What's up, guys? It's your favorite Kiwi coach. I'll give you 6 months of your time and I'll give you the best golf swing
of your life.
Whoa. So welcome back to the channel, guys. In this particular video, as you guys can see, we have Grant back again. It's been so long since I've seen you. I missed you.
1 week.
1 week, exactly, yeah. So anyways, Grant, why don't you give the audience a quick wrap up of your experience in the practice between lessons, and then what do you want to work on today?
Yeah, so after last week, I really focused on trying to get the timing of my forearm rotation down a little bit better. And at first it was good, and I played a few rounds and could tell, without the video, I could tell it's getting a little across the line again at the top. So today, probably just refocus on the timing of the forearm rotation.
And that's what we said. So Grant's coming in basically 4 times a month. And like I told you on Instagram DM, maybe we'll throw that out there, you need about 4 or 5 more of the lessons that we had last time.
Yeah, for sure.
And just going through the muscle memory.
Exactly.
So basically more of the same today, guys, and I'll try to keep it interesting for you, entertaining, because another repeat lesson. Let's go.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll show the audience real quick.
Well, I've never cracked.
It's gonna be hard to see because it's dark.
It's actually on the, right here. It's cracked right through there.
Someone's slamming his clubs on the ground. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Not in Japan, huh?
Yep.
You can't. It's okay. I've broken so many clubs by slamming the ground.
I cracked 7 drivers last year. So this year I've cracked 3, and now 3 woods. So.
And for the audience at home, not in anger. Correct?
Not in anger. No,
Okay.
no.
Now, if it was me, I'd crack 7 drivers out of anger. All right, so show me the first part. There we go. Look at this, guys. He's got the old school Nikes. I used to play these in high school. Not the blue version, the one before, the red and white. Yeah. All right. Ichiri-san. So we got here kind of top, come down, and then starts to move out. We'll start with a similar timing, but maybe as we go through this, I might need to alter.
Okay.
No, that's not bad. How'd you feel there with the timing?
It felt good, but maybe a little cross.
Let's see. All right, takeaway's quite good. Yeah, here's good.
Yeah.
You're on plane. No, look where the club is. It's maybe just a hair to the right of the hands, but this is parallel, and it's right behind the hands.
Okay.
So for that length of swing, you're actually on plane. Because see how it's coming out towards the left part of the hands at this point? So if you're here, and it's to the right of the hands, that's old swing.
Okay.
So for this length of swing, that's actually, you call quote-unquote on plane.
Okay. So not that bad. Maybe a little long.
Yeah, a little longer swing, but fairway woods and drivers should be longer. So I don't mind you going a little bit past parallel.
Okay.
As long as we are on plane here and here.
Gotcha.
So telltale sign, if you get right here where an iron should stop, and that club head is in line with the hands or to the right of it, you're gonna be super crossed at the top.
Right. Okay.
And that's when the old issues will come.
Right.
That's fine.
Okay.
You're actually okay.
Awesome.
That time the ball went McGee more so through body motion. So that was kind of the old classic Grant, spin the hips a little bit, tilt the body, then face was wide open, so you got pushed out right.
Right.
Don't worry, that's part 2. Not today, guys, unfortunately. But part 2 of the swing change is just changing the body cues. All right, so we're up to time. Calm. There you go. All right, see what you got.
The backswing felt good, but
downswing's still a little bit off?
Yeah, my hips got really fast.
Yeah, that's your issue with woods.
Yes.
All right, so you're here. Basically on plane there, and on plane here. So see how the club head is just following the trace of the club. So behind the hands, on plane. Here on plane, a little bit overswing. So it's gonna be slightly cross, which is fine, still on plane. Yeah, left side of the hands. That's all good. Here's your issue there, like you said with your body. Super spin with the hips, super tilt, face never caught up, big push. Don't worry, we're gonna work on that. I'm debating. You're doing so good with the backswing, but I don't want to move on too quickly to where you start to slack off a little bit on the backswing and it reverts. But I could give you a little bit of a cue to work on as well. It's up to you. So that would be 3 things that you have to work on. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Sure, I'll take a little hint.
Little hint?
Yeah.
Okay. Not yet though.
Okay.
Let's spin, we got about maybe another 40 minutes. So let's spin a touch of time on that right knee on the backswing.
Okay.
And then once we do maybe about 15 minutes of that, then we'll switch into the downswing with the hips, and I'm going to break it down for you what to be doing.
Okay, awesome.
All right, let's switch to Nanaban.
Yeah, so that 7-wood of mine was actually the head pro at where I worked at before I moved to Japan. He played in 3 PGA championships.
No way.
And they made that custom for him. I think when he played Whistling Straits,
That would make sense.
Rory won.
That would make sense. That was the year of the covert.
Yeah. And he gave that to me because I used to play a 2-iron and it came out too low, so I couldn't hold the green on a par 5, and I switched to that, and it really changed my par 5 scoring average quite a lot.
They don't make the heads like that anymore, like that small.
Right.
And I hate fairway woods nowadays because they're not that small.
Right.
I could only hit like the small little pear-shaped ones.
Yeah. So I've been playing that for 3 years now, I think.
I feel like that's a tall person thing because we're like tall and we come down steep on the ball a little bit.
Yeah, it might be.
So it's much easier to hit like a smaller fit, almost similar to like a hybrid. Like I can hit hybrids okay.
Right.
I can't hit like a 3-wood, like a bulky 3-wood.
I agree.
All right, let's talk about that right knee.
Okay.
So I'm going to do a couple supports where I kind of almost over-exaggerate basically this image, where I try to almost not get close to this, not lock it completely, but get close to locking.
Okay. Now, where's my weight going to be? Is it going to be more on the left side when I extend the right leg?
It's shifting towards the left side. So basically, like let's say old grade players, and you do this too, you're probably just not conscious of it. Typically right around this position on the backswing, most of the pressure is on the trail side, and that's kind of almost the peak point of where the pressure will be at that point. From this position to the top, most people are already starting to either push forward, does that make sense? Or they're at least stabilizing to where they're not pushing all the way to like 90% over here.
Yeah, so no one wants to sway.
Exactly. So most people are kind of off the ball, it's about here, then they're actually starting to already push forward to about here. And then they start to push a little bit more forward. And I'm not going to break down the whole thing, but that's essentially what's going on. So to your point, this should be starting to straighten as you're starting to push back towards your left side.
Okay, makes sense.
Your tendency is, just because you hit it so far and you're afraid of hitting the ball offline, you kind of get that, I call it small swing. You know what I mean? Because you're like, you don't want to hit it offline, so you're trying to guide it almost. So you start to get really, really narrow with the arms, the hips don't churn, and you kind of get more of just this arm swing. Because you have so much power, you're just trying to figure out how to hit the ball straight.
Exactly, yeah.
But I think the more and more your mechanics get good, you won't even be worried about hitting it offline anymore. And then we can start to actually turn the hips a little bit more and get a little bit more of a normal knee movement in the backswing.
Right. Yeah.
And actually, if anything, I think it's going to help out your overall hip spin on the downswing. Does that make sense?
It does. Yeah. It should, it's more of an athletic move too.
It is.
Yeah.
So for someone who's going to be here and then they start to turn this way, you're not going to be able to create as much rotation force as you would if you were being a little bit more this way.
Gotcha. And that should create more power. I would
it should.
Assume.
We're not trying to.
Right. Not trying to.
We never need power for you, but that would be a net result. You're probably going to hit the ball further, most likely.
Right.
Which is funny, because you already hit it too far. All right, guys, that's it for you guys on YouTube. But before you guys kick off, Grant has some closing thoughts. He got some crazy before and after results, and there were some new things introduced as well. So why don't you tell the audience?
Yeah, so when I came in today, my golf swing was a lot better than I thought. It wasn't as cross the line as before, and then we got it perfectly on plane within a few minutes, and then we started working on leg work, and then getting rid of some early extension. But all in all, it feels a lot better, and I look forward to continue working.
Absolutely, and I'm really excited as well. We were able to get into kind of some future stuff for Grant so you can see the whole picture of the swing journey. And that's really everything that was talked about today is the swing journey. I'm sure there'll be some little tiny parts here and there. That's good. Grant, before everyone leaves, though, why don't you give them some of your information in terms of where to follow you, maybe who's supporting you, and all that good stuff?
Yeah. So my main Instagram account is golf_1. And my main sponsors are Beta Catalyst, Yo, and Performance Golf Studio, along with Watanabe Construction. And that Instagram, you'll be able to find my day-to-day lifestyle and what I'm working on.
Absolutely. So go ahead and check that out in the link down below. Other than that, we maybe have some exciting things that we're not going to quite launch, but we have some exciting upcoming things with Grant and maybe with him playing on the golf course. So, look forward to that. See you guys in the next one.